ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, थैंक यू माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna Prabhu, the Dandavat Pranam, please accept our humble obeisances. We are so sorry to learn about your Mataji Prabhu. Devotees, can we do one round of Hare Krishna mantra for Mataji? Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji, shall we begin?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Prabhu.
So Mataji, do I have to sing this Jai Radha Madhav again, or you already?
We did Prabhu Jai Radha Madhav, whatever you say. Yeah.
No, you already done, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tado Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you want me to share the screen?
Yes, Mataji, you can from 429, 82 to 85.
80 to 85, no Prabhu?
80 to 85. Yes,
Hare
that's
Krishna.
that's
Yes, Prabhu,
what.
I'll share the screen.
Yeah. So I have been allocated, as I just said, 429.82 to 85. That means 4 shlokas, and we are in chapter 29, talks between Narada and King Prachinaravi. So the first shloka I will sing sing the entire shloka, synonyms, translation, purport, and then later on, devotees, Prabhujis and Matajis equally, who are eager to read, can then read. तत्र कागगा मनधीरो गोविन्दाचरणां भुजं विमुक्ता संगो अनुभजन् भक्त्या तत्सम्यातम् अगत् तत्र एकाग्रमना धीरो गोविन्दचरणां भुजं विमुक्तसंगो अनुभजन् भक्त्या तत्साम्य तां गता भक्त्या तत्साम्यतम् अगत्. Synonyms: Tatra means there, Ekagra means Ekagra mana means with full attention or with rapt attention. Uh, Rapt attention I am using with full means when we are hearing Bhagavatam, or say for example we are standing in front of anybody who has experienced, say for example, when you are seeing the result of your son or daughter in class 10th online, how you are like, so your body movement also is not there. That is known as full or rapt attention. When we are standing in front of the visa person who is, you are leaving from our country to another country, the visa person asks you something, so you don't like do like this and, so sir, what are you saying? No, you become rapt attention. Yes sir. Okay. Oh, yes sir. Means even your body movements become quiet. That is like you are driving and suddenly police wala bring the window down, and then he says, show me license. So you can't hear, so you say, sir, what? Because you are anyway scared what he may ask you. So you have a two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So some places you really need full attention of your life. Ekagra mana, with rapt attention. And the best way to do rapt attention is to even minimize your body movements. Okay, that's what he's telling. Exactly this is happening in the beginning of the class. The synonym tatre, tatra ekagra manah, and who does this becomes a dhira, means sober. He's sober. He knows that what is needed. Govinda charanam bhujam. So Govinda of Krishna charanam bhujam, unto the lotus feet, vimukta, freed from sangaha, material attention, association, and anubhajan, continuously engaging in devotional service. Bhaktya means by pure devotion. Tat, with the Lord. Samyatam, qualitatively equally, agat, achieved. Now here, if you read the word meaning itself, it becomes very clear that, and translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, having undergone austerities and penances at Kapila Ashrama, King Prachinarabhi attained full liberation from all material designations. He constantly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord and attained a spiritual position qualitatively equal to that of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There is a special significance in the word Tat Samyatam Agat, which indicate that king attained the position of possessing the same status or as the same form as the Lord. This definitely proves that the supreme quality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead is always a person. It says that you have attained the same status or the form of the Lord. Now, very simple. Krishna is telling even in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, around in the first 20 shlokas, I think somewhere around 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He says that Mama Evamsho Jiva, you are my Amsha. He's already telling. So we all know that we are made up of same material, which Krishna is actually eternally existing. And since he is eternally existing, we are also eternally existing. But we are trapped in that inferior energy of the Lord, which is basically a superior energy only behaving in a inferior way. There is nothing which is inferior from Krishna. Krishna is supremely all superior. But certain of his energies behave in such a way that it acts as if it is deteriorating. And we all know that just a couple of decades back, I was born, I was very young, and I'm looking very different, but now I look very different. And I'm pretty sure if I'm alive for next 40 years, I will look more different than what I'm looking today. And of course, everybody knows I'll be looking very old. Maybe I might have a lot of, face will go. My hair are almost all, some of them, most of them are white, but they'll become more white. And maybe I'll not be able to see so properly. So I'll be doing like this. So we all know that this is energy of the Lord, which is behaving in this way. And when you get mesmerized by that energy, that is known as contaminated by material energy. When you cannot think beyond that energy which is behaving in this way, that is, it means that you are not, you are, um, you are not able to, you are contaminated means you cannot think beyond the functionality or the behavior of this energy. That means you are contaminated. But when you start understanding and you start behaving and stop behaving the way the material world expects you to behave, the material world expects you to become bhogi, but you try to become yogi. Material world wants you to enjoy things in the flavor of materiality, but we have to slowly turn it into the flavor of spirituality. We enjoy eating prasadam, eating food because body needs and the tongue needs taste, but we make it prasadam and then eat. So the fundamental remains the same of process of eating food, but we Krishnized it. We offer it to Krishna, make it Krishnized, galvanized by Krishna, and then we eat. So the effect changes because of the consciousness. We are conscious now that we should offer to Krishna, then eat. Same way, this this process where we are achieving through devotional service, when we are anyway made up of the same matter as what, same spiritual matter, whatever you say, spiritual, that is completely spiritual. When we are made of completely spiritual, when we reach to the place where Krishna is, naturally we have all the qualities of what Krishna has. We naturally are having it eternally. But because of the material contamination, or we are uh, flabbergasted, or we are in awe of the behavior of material world, that we stop thinking in that way and we start behaving exactly the way, we stop behaving the way exactly as we were behaving earlier in spiritual world. So Krishna wants us to retain that behavior. So so that we become spiritualized, and then we transcend this this material behavior. That is known as transcending the three modes of material nature. Because the body which we have achieved, which you see as my hand, I'm clapping. I don't know if you can hear that clap or not because it doesn't give the sound, but this hand is made up of matter. I am transcending, I am trying to go beyond this body. This body tells me to um, enjoy the bhoga, but I offer it to the Lord and then do a yoga, then meditate on Krishna, connect with Krishna, and then that bhoga becomes yoga, and then that stops to become my own enjoyment. It becomes a co-enjoyment with Krishna, for Krishna, and supplied by Krishna, and then applied to Krishna. And then we become, we realize that, oh, we are like Krishna only. We are the qualities all of Krishna. That is why they say, na jane kis भेष में नारायण मिल जाए. You are expecting Krishna to come from from his vigraha, come out and give you prasadam. He doesn't need. You are hungry, nobody knows. In the temple, suddenly one devotee comes and says, Mataji would like to have this. Prabhuji would you like to have this. That means we are all having the qualities of Krishna. And suddenly some devotee sees and he may just look at you and say, Prabhuji, you need prasadam, I'll give you. And then you just fail to say, and you say, oh Krishna, because of you he's coming. Yes, because of Krishna he's coming or she's coming to assist you. But why Krishna is able to make the work done by him is because he is having the same quality of compassion or love or care as Krishna already originally has. So Krishna is like a hand inside a glove. So we become an instrument like a glove. And Krishna then uses us. So the more pure we are in our approach, the more we are caring for others, the more we are caring for our own selves, the more we are caring for everyone. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santo nirame. We are thinking about everybody and we are thinking about how to grow the temple. We are thinking about how to become better people and make others also Krishna consciousness. That means better glove we are. And then Krishna puts his hand inside the glove and start using you as his instrument purely. Nimit matram. And then he says, Uttishta bhavya savyasachi. Utho utho Arjun. I will use you as to kill the demons of lust and anger in this war. And you will become my instrument. So we, all of us, become the instrument in the hands of the battle of individual lives, as how Arjuna was in his battle of Kurukshetra. So in his impersonal feature, he is the rays of his transcendental body. When a living entity attains spiritual perfection, he also attains the same type of body known as Satchidananda Vigraha. This spiritual body never mixes with the material elements. Yes, that is true. Because if I say I have touched my body, I haven't really ever touched my body because there's a subtle body which prevents me to direct in contact with the matter. Although please remember this, to understand this, all the energies are coming from Krishna and Krishna is completely spiritual. So this energy which I am enjoying as a material body is Krishna's energy, spiritual energy only behaving like a matter. It has the tendency to act like a matter. But all the material energy, the base is the spiritual energy only coming from Krishna. And Krishna is completely spiritual. So somewhere in between, Krishna is so clever. He is using his spiritual energy to behave like a material energy. And that is why we say the entire material creation is kept at the periphery of Goluka. So we never actually leave Goluka, or we never ever leave the spiritual level. He's so clever. He's just Maya, that which is not. He's making us feel covered within he's such a big father, and I've been repeating it. He is such a big father. He never lets you go away from him, even from his spiritual world. The whole entire material creation energy is within the spiritual energy kept at one periphery, and it is acting to give you an illusion. And that is why the illusion just is at the mind level, nowhere else. The moment you act on your mind with the help of Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Immediately, you, at every moment of your life, you are reminded that, oh, I am a spiritual soul, not this material body. I am feeling hungry, but it is my body which needs to be sustained. So Krishna has given me this indication to feel hunger. Otherwise, acidity will happen and I'll belch. And that is why during fasting, among the devotees, when we are new, we are just doing fasting blindly, and then we reach eating medicines with the doctor because we forget this balance. That is why balance is more important than going this side or that side. Even brahmacharis do balance by taking care of the families even when they are inside the temple. They sometimes, I've seen brahmacharis going and visiting their parents, doing final rite, helping their parents, and taking care of them in the old age by talking to them. So the brahmachari in the temple doesn't mean he's become like a stone. He has no feelings for his parents. That defeats the purpose of caring in Krishna consciousness. Same way grihastha. So we are all, you are, sometimes we get a feeling, oh, this, I have children, I have this, and if I do so much, I will forget Krishna. No. If you do the same activities in a Krishna conscious way, and then you transcend your own needs of life and help the need of others by giving them Krishna conscious. That is transcending your brahmacharya ashram. That is transcending your grihastha and brahmacharya ashrams. When you make your Krishna conscious needs and material needs over, and then you start caring about others, that is why the word Prabhupada uses is transcendental. Means it just cuts the needs of your own selfish needs. Even just thinking spiritually about your own self is being selfish to your own self, though it's one of the best selfishness you can ever exhibit. That I want to be a devotee, that's the best selfishness. But then the devotee thinks that, okay, I'm doing whatever I can do for myself, let me try to do the same thing for others and inspire them to chant, inspire them to become the way I'm trying to become. And then matchitta matra, then we mix up each other, and then the whole society. That's how why ISKCON was built. ISKCON was built to create this ecosystem, this climate where everybody cares about each other, not just about their own self. And then we have to transcend from our own needs and look into the needs of others. That is known as devotional service. So this is swadharma. If I am trying to make myself a devotee, it is swadharma, means it's my personal dharma to make myself putting the oxygen supply first, and then to put the oxygen supply to my son or my whoever is next in the seat. So in the aeroplane, when we see, right, they always say, you put your, whoever has taken a flight, you put your oxygen mask in the emergency, then you put to others. Otherwise, you will fall. How will you help others? You will fall unconscious. So same way, if we are not becoming, so this is a continual process. So you become a devotee, you continue making yourself devotees and help others to become devotees. And that's how this process continues till our end life. And how does it help? It helps that although in conditional life, the living entity is surrounded by material elements, earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intelligence, and ego, he remains aloof from them. Means the effects of earth, water, fire, air, intelligence, and ego doesn't affect us anymore. Example, when in my so many years of being in Panihatti festival, some couple of years back, I saw one very new family coming, and when we were getting late to reach the temple, when it was almost 12 in the night, we had visited Gosai Ghat, then Chaluvaraya temple, then we waited somewhere, taken a break to have prasadam. He was the first time joining. So he said he became so annoyed with everybody. He said, these guys, I mean, you have become 12 o'clock. You told us to reach at 10. But he knew why we were late. And he said, okay, my bus will go first to Electronic City, then drop anybody. I want you all to go first. Then the whole bus went to Electronic City to drop him, and then came back to BTM and all. We helped him. The next year, that same devotee, same family, it became 1 o'clock in the night, I think 12:30, same time. He said, then we looked at him as, what do you want? He said, no, Prabhu, the first devotee, whoever is coming from, coming back from my, Mysore road, drop them. And he was very cool, calm. So that is a perfect example that when you come in the association of devotees, you you wanted to initially take darshan first, but after second year in ISKCON, you say, "Arey, theek hai, I will assist other." Then you start do queue management. Earlier, you were standing in the queue in the first year. Second year, you come out of the queue and help others. Then earlier you were the first person to have prasadam. You will be after 4 years. You will just make sure, okay, कुछ मेरे लिए रख देना प्रभु जी, नहीं तो घर में जाके बीवी खाना नहीं देगी, या कैसे मैं बनाऊंगी खाना, प्रभु माता जी कैसे मैं बनाऊंगी. तो Prabhus also are very clever in ISKCON environment. We keep some portion of prasadam for the volunteers separately. Now everybody has become very used to. This is a perfect example Srila Prabhupada gives us by creating ISKCON, how to be liberated from the material condition at any moment. So this way you become aloof of hunger, because he's writing it so nicely. He remains aloof from them. What? By the effects of material. You literally don't feel hunger when you are, you see prasadam and you get nourished. You get nourished. You have to literally drag people and say, Prabhu, please khalo, kitchen band hona hai. Please have prasadam. It happens with me most of the time. It's always for me, uh, fasting till noon on Sunday feast because I reach early in the morning and I serve. I don't get time because I coordinate the Sunday feast. I take care of so many activities. It's always prasadam at 12 for me. I'm not saying it's it's a healthy way to do, but I have no time. But I am used to with this because I'm doing it for past many years now. So like that, maybe around 19 years, 20 years, just Sunday feast. Otherwise, 24 years I've been attending Sunday feast. So 25 years now. In other words, the living entity can be liberated from the material condition at any moment, provides he wishes to do so. The material environment is called Maya. That's what I have been telling you very clearly. Please do not feel you are in material world. The spiritual energy is continuously acting and creating illusion of behaving like a matter. Means it will create, it will grow, it will dwindle. So Devi hai esha gunamai mama maya durataya mama eva ye prabhadyante Mayam etam tarantite. And what he's telling also, this divine energy consisting of three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. Now, what is happening is he has created one his spiritual energy is acting like, a clock. Day, morning, early morning, afternoon, evening, night. This is a clock. And there is one bulk matter which is emitting light, which forms the sun of our solar system. It's all programmed by Krishna very nicely. He's very clever person. He's the supreme clever person. That's why we say him supreme personality. So we should not be very surprised to know how Krishna has created. So he's telling, I am creating this with the help of my divine energy of mind consisting of three modes. He's telling, indicating you completely. See, that this divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of material nature. His spiritual energy only is the energy which is acting. He's saying it's a divine energy. So although we do this of calling the spiritual material energy as inferior energy, but actually nothing is inferior for Krishna. It's just acting in an inferior way to create difference. But the base is spiritual. So somebody says, I am very spiritual. Oh, you are a spirit entity. How can you be spiritual? You are made up of spirit matter. How can you say, I am very spiritual? And you say he is very material. Just because he is behaving in a material way doesn't mean that he is not spirit body. He is a spirit body. His current indications and behavior is just material. He's, he's behaving because of this Maya in a way which is not transcending. His behavior is not transcending the energy in which he is captured. That is contamination of. So this is very difficult to overcome. And why Krishna has made this energy so difficult? Otherwise, you will not depend upon him. Yes, you will not depend upon him. That is where he wants to generate the whole material world he has created to just create for his own enjoyment, topmost. He wants to enjoy, so he wants some of us the intensity to increase. I love Krishna, and I say, I love Krishna. It's, oh my God, I cannot live without Krishna. Oh, I need Krishna. And then there's one more said, Krishna. And then you say, Krishna, please take me. No, I cannot bear the separation from you. Krishna, please take me. Please take me to your world. You start your hair, start you start your hair start like as if my hairs are standing. When I saw my mom body being burnt just on 4th December or 5th December, my mother's body was burning and my elder brother was lighting, and I also put one stick. I almost pledged on the burning body of my mother. This is the last time I'm seeing this painful thing. Mom, I will never see this, my mother being burnt again to ashes. And in front of I, my beautiful mother's body got burnt into ashes. And that I don't want to experience again. Whoever who wants me to see this again, I blessed Prem Data Gordas is not going to see this again. She was the one who reared me. She was the one who gave birth to me, my dear friends. I used to feel painful. She used to hug me. And that person, beautiful person, we call as mother, and she's been burned to ashes. Is this for what I have come here to see? Although it's just matter being burnt. And I know my mother has never died. It's just that she has been asked to leave the body, not to attain another body. There are certain incidents which happened in my last 1.5 months. If you guys permit me, I can tell you at the end of the class what happened. But I'm just telling you, we are supposed to be in the spiritual world. So we are stuck in this very punishable, very difficult to overcome this material world. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross it, beyond it. And that is why he's saying, Maya etam tarantite. I will take you, I will tar laga dunga. This taranti word is coming from tar. In Hindi we also say, Are tar lag gaya tumhara. That is a Sanskrit word, tarantiti, tarantite, means I will help you cross it. Maya etam tarantite. I have put you into this illusion with your help of your mind of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I will help you come out of it. And even before you come out of it, my dear friend, I will give you the knowledge to transcend this effect of material energy. That although my mom was being burned, I know only her body is being burned, but not her soul. So that is the practical time which I went under. आई वॉज लुकिंग एट इट एंड से प्रेमदाता तूने हर जना तू पिछले इतने सालों से क्लास देता है लोगों को कहता है कि गोलुक जाना है गोलुक जाना है लोग कहते हैं बेस्ट डेस्टिनेशन दिस डेस्टिनेशन नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन प्रभुपाद wrote only one book back to Godhead. He wanted us to immediately go back to Godhead, not just continue serving Krishna in Goluka. Don't be happy to be in illusion until unless Krishna selects you to be in this illusion to help him as a guru. That's up to you and him individually. But we should let people know, get out of this illusion, get out of this. Otherwise, why are we preaching? Krishna is not happy with us being here. Many people complain whether Krishna is really helping me or not. There's one very big person, I heard it yesterday, he's telling, जब जिंदा रहते हुए भगवान हमारी मदद नहीं करता तो मरने के बाद बोलते हैं कि स्वर्ग लेके जाएगा तो मैं क्यों विश्वास करूं? Means when I am alive, I am saying Krishna give me, God give me food, or Krishna give me food, he is not giving me. Then why should I have that faith that when I die, he will take me to Swargaloka? One person who is not, educated in Krishna science has made this comment. Why he made it at a circumstantial point, I don't want to, but that is what the message gets from others. So that's not the way how we speak. We know Krishna is supplying everything. Then how can we say, Krishna, I am asking you? He's not order supply. So like this, as soon as living entities engages in transcendental loving service of the Lord, he immediately attains freedom from all material conditions. Sa gunan samityayatan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. In the material state, the living entity is on the Jeev Bhuta platform. Jeev Bhuta means body platform. When he renders devotional service to the Lord, he's elevated to Brahma Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Then only you become Prasanna. When you realize that you are trapped in material body and you didn't get prasadam in the temple one day. So what, man? You didn't get one day. What does it mean Krishna doesn't love you? The prasadam got over. Somebody was cooking prasadam. And your mood got spoiled. Hey, क्या है? मैं भक्ति करता है. इतना मैं सेवा करता है. मुझे आज खीर नहीं मिला. Everybody got gulab jamun right. So many times it happens that I take Sunday feast. I generally sometimes miss to get the sweets which were prepared on special days. Because I reached that time when, and I never tell them to keep it. It's fine because I have adapted myself. ठीक है यार, हर बार Krishna gives me so many things to eat in this world. One day in his temple while doing service, I miss something to eat. So what? Prabhu, whatever is there, give me. And then what happens is Raj Bhog comes from inside. Somewhere some devotee will give and put one, instead of gulab jamun, I was given. One day it happened so. I said, okay, Prabhu, gulab jamun. Prabhu, de do jo dena. Prabhu, there is one Raj Bhog. Then in that Rajbhog, somebody had made Lauki ka halwa. I like Lauki ka halwa more than even gulab jamun. I got Lauki ka halwa with that khoya and all that. Hey Krishna, yaar, tu matlab janta hai, you know it, how to keep your devotees happy. But I didn't intend to do that, Mil gaya, mil gaya. So as soon as living entities engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, he attains freedom from all conditions. And then on Brahmabhuta platform, the living entity is liberated from material bondage and he engages in the service of the Lord. In this verse, the Dhira word is read as, sometimes read as Veera. Actually, this is not very much different. The word Dhira means sober, Veera means hero. Yes, Veer. A Veer Vyakti hai, it's a Veer Gati Prapt hui. One who is struggling against Maya is a hero. And one who is sober enough to understand his position is a Dhira. So such a beautiful, man. We endorse so much to Prabhupada. It's given us so many nice words he's writing. Without becoming sober or heroic, one cannot attain spiritual salvation. What does this last line mean? Without becoming sober or heroic. Means we should become sober. Means, ooh, fine. But that doesn't mean that, calmness doesn't mean that you don't act energetically, enthusiastically. Calmness means, yeah, Mataji, I've already read the last line. One who is struggling against the Maya is a hero. Yeah. The last line is I have covered. The one who is struggling against Maya is a hero. One who is sober enough to understand his position is a dhira. So we are already heroes. We all devotees. In fact, even those who are not currently dedicated, they're also hero because they're able to survive in material world. It's very difficult to survive in material world. The only thing is, sometimes I look to those people like, we say they are terrorists, right? Some terrorists are really talented. That's why they can do so much of terror. So we have to, and sometimes I feel if these terrorists take up to chanting and how much they can benefit the society. Any person who is into criminal activities, you need really strong mind to do and strong heart, and you need to be very able to do even wrong activities. But imagine if the person who is equipped to do or is so expert in doing stealing or murdering people, if he takes to Krishna consciousness, he can use his talent in a right way. So instead of murdering people, body, he will virtually murder the people by telling them how to learn to leave this world, right? That's also, killing your own self by spiritually understanding that I'm not this body. So it's like you are trying to let people know that you have to rise above of this birth and death because you are an eternal being. So that's how that person who is into bad things can actually become so powerful in preaching. And once he takes to preaching, then he will never go back killing the bodies. Like people eat non-veg, that's killing the bodies and eating. So then you stop the killing. The first, everybody, whoever before coming to Krishna consciousness, if they were eating non-veg, they were actually instrumental in getting the different bodies being killed and eat. But the moment they leave, they stop this murdering of animal bodies just for your flavor of your tongue. So then you said, no, I can't because I am not God. I can't hurt anybody to eat their flesh. So that's known as so we are already heroes, but then we become sober heroes. Dhira. Then we become our spiritual depth comes. And that's how, even when I lost my mother, till the time she was suffering, I was almost literally into tears seeing her in the ventilator. And I can share you the photo of her, but it's very painful. You will not be able to bear it. And the way she was, but then the moment the body left on a Purnima day at 1:11, and the microseconds were also 1:01:1101 on a Purnima day, I saw the ECG print out on my hands. And then immediately I hugged her. Although because her neck was bloated, so I couldn't make her wear the kantimala. But the doctor said, everybody we advise them because there was one hole here. There was 2-inch pipes here, 2.5-inch pipe on so you can't put a kantimala and then you can't lift the patient because ventilator will get disturbed. So I died here, and then one initiated devotee, Pramar Das, my very close friend from Australia, spoke Mahamantra here, I spoke Mahamantra here. Tulsi I put, Jal I put, everything before only because it was ICU. I did whatever I could do for my mom. And the moment she left the body, I just hugged her and I said, "You have gone." And then I was praying. And certain incidents happened. That's very personal to me, but I'm telling devotees that Krishna saves us. 25 years of my being in Krishna consciousness, my mother was saved. On 8th of November, I wept sleeping because my mom could not stay without oxygen. And my mom said, "Beta, मुझे लगता है वो oxygen में ही थी 9th November. 8th November night, she told me evening, "Beta, you can't save me." I said, "Mom, I'll take you to Ram Lala. I'll take you to Vrindavan." I have been taking her. Last year only I took her to Ram Lala Darshan. And then same time I took her to Vrindavan. I used to, every 2 years I used to take her. From 7, 8 times I made her do darshans of Vrindavan. And then I said, "Mom," she said, "How can you take me with this oxygen concentrator, such a 80 kg, 90 kg weight of this machine? How you will take me?" I said, "No worries." But that night I really realized, and then she said, "Maybe I may not live alive." Then I slept in the night, sleeping, praying to Krishna that I have served you so much, but I don't want her to come back to this material world. Please give me indication. See, my name is Pratik. That means indicator. The way I have been born and the way Krishna has nourished me, I need indications. I keep seeking for indications. Krishna, tell me, what shall I do? Krishna, indicate me. And then my behavior is such, the moment I get an indication, oh, Krishna wants me to do this. Okay, Krishna, hey, everybody, do that, do this. Krishna told me this. I have been living like this. My name is Pratik. Then Krishna gave me a spiritual name, Prema Data. That means I was anyway indicating people. I was indicating even before I became devotee. I used to treat people with the Udi, means Vibhuti. So many students, friends of mine used to come, "Hey, I have a ache." I used to give them like a doctor, oh, put them on their head and like that. This is personal to me. I don't want to. I have a Udi, I have a collection of ash from a very young age. It has a collection of more than 15,000 temples in India. And I used to write letters to people, "Come, give me Udi." And they used to send me right from my childhood. I have a box of Udi. You name any Hindu temple in India, right from Tirupati to from God knows. I used to tell people, get some ash from some lamp burning or some wood burning in that temple or some havan happening. And people used to send me, and I've mixed it and kept it. That's my that's my life before ISKCON. And I used to treat people, I used to tell people, take this and be happy. And then I never knew who was Govinda, but I used to say, Govindam, 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 Jai Govindam, Jai Gopala. My mom taught me that. I knew about every Devi Devta, but didn't know Krishna. But then Prabhupada, mercy happened on me and my family. And I took to Krishna consciousness in this 24, 25 years back. And then what happened is I wept in the night to Krishna, saying that, "Krishna, please, 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 please tell me what will happen." And on the next day in the morning, my mom called me here and said, "Come here, come here." And she was breathing with the oxygen. I still remember 2.5 LPM we were giving her per minute. That oxygen was on 2 LPM. So you keep increasing. So she was saying, "See, if you remove this, I'm not able to breathe. But with this, I'm able to breathe. I was telling you yesterday night, and something happened to me. Now you cannot save me." And I asked my mom, "What happened?" He said, "I got a dream early in the morning at around maybe 4:35. She said, in the dream, and this, I slept in the 8th of November. This is a true incident of my life. After this, we'll complete the shlokas. But I'm using this just to tell you that our parampara is true, Prabhupada is true, Harinam is true. The time we are spending here in these ICF or whatever with Achinta Gopinath Prabhu's help, we are doing all this. And all devotees, all of you are virtually, physically, practically chanting, playing these kartals. Everything is true. I will prove you in just few seconds. Prabhupada is for real. Harinam is for real. It is not joke. People are looking at us right now when I'm saying this. The authorities of Krishna are looking at me right now, what he's going to speak. The Saraswati sitting in my kantha, the all the Devi Devtas, the Agni Dev, the Varun Dev, all so many, so many Devi Devtas are there giving me, supplying me energy. The Vayu Dev, which is running inside my head to bottom, I am going to say something that please have faith on Krishna. On the 8th of November, I wept very badly while sleeping that Krishna, indicate me where my mom is going. I don't want her to come back. On the 9th morning, she got a dream. She said, I saw a beautiful lady, her curly hairs. She was wearing a dupatta and she was having beautiful effulgent. I was looking at her and she was gasping for breath and I hold her hand. I said, Mom, what happened then? She says, she asked me, do you remember me? And my mom actually is very, she was a very upfront lady. She will not like, she will not like, she will flatter you, but she didn't know, she was not that intelligent enough to, sensitive enough to speak. She said, oh, I don't know you, who you are. How do I know? Then she said, you forgot me. I am Radha Rani. And I was surprised. I said, Mom, what did she say? Mummy, what did she say? She said, Radha Rani. Now, I was surprised. How come my mother knows this word Radharani? Radharani is a privy word to devotees within our Gaudiya Madhya Vaishnava Sampradaya and or in Barsana. But in North India, generally they say Radha Krishna, Radha Radha. Radha Rani is a very privy word, which I generally and we all devotees use so much. I might have spoken about Radha Rani many years back, or maybe when did I? I didn't remember. I said, what did the name she say? Radha Rani. I said, oh wow. She said Radha Rani. And she said, भूल गई मुझे, you forgot me. Then I said, Mom, what did you tell her? She said, no, no. Then my mom was doing like this. And then she said, you forgot me. What about these friends of yours? And then my mother is telling me, she said, on the right hand. And I saw beautiful girls. Somebody is making garland, somebody is stitching something. They are all serving Radharani. And then she again did. And then my mother did this. Then the left hand, she did her left hand. Radharani did left hand. And then my mom looked at left hand. Another set of hundreds of ladies serving her. I'm telling you, I'm not making up all this, Prabhujis and Matajis. I asked my mother, what happened then? Then she said, अब तुम्हारा time हो गया. Because she is a Hindi, she speaks Hindi. She said, your time is over. Now you have to come. And my mom started saying, no, no, my husband is there. My son is there. Please give me. Then I interrupted her and said, you should have asked for one more year, Ma. One more year you can ask her. She said, no. She said, nothing doing. Time over. Come. And she started dragging her. And then I said, where was she dragging you? She was pulling her hand. Come, come, come. Over, come, come. And then my mom, I asked her, where was she? She said, I saw a garden. Some birds are chirping and all. And she's taking me in. I said, don't take like that. And I looked behind. The door got closed. I was like, you saw a door closing? How? And then I started weeping. Then she said, Ab, you cannot save me, my son. You cannot. You did a lot for me. But time is over for me. From that day, 23rd day, and dying people never tell lie. Because she removed the oxygen, she will die. That kind of situation. One nurse is there, big machines are there. And then on the 23rd day, on Purnima day, at around 1:11, 1 second, on the ECG report. So this 111 is nothing but the gates, right? You see the gates. That's how I interpret it. That it's, doors are like one. Whether it's two door, it's 11. Or it's single door, it's still one. You don't have horizontal doors, right? Because you have to enter vertically. So then I understood. And the moment my mother passed away, I was weeping till that time. Suddenly some sort of relaxation came in my heart, hugged her dead body, and I said, and then doctor said, sir, you were weeping so much now. I said, she saved my, Radha Rani has saved my mother. And I called so many devotees and I say, one devotee, Mataji said, maybe she has been restored as the Manjaris of Radha. I don't know. I said, Mataji, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए क्योंकि अब मेरे से बर्दाश्त नहीं होता ये दुनिया बहुत खराब है. किसी को आना है इस दुनिया में, आओ, बनना है प्रधानमंत्री बनो. You want to become prime minister, become. You want to become president of this world, become. You want to become Ambani, Adani, बन जाओ. You want to become Bill Gates, बनो. I have least. I saw my mother burning and I took her. Again, I am telling, I took oath on my mother. I will never come back to this world. This is painful, Baba. This is painful. Krishna, if you throw me back again in this world, that's up to your wish. I have no choice to come. If you ask me, enough, yaar, enough. Enough. This world is enough. Enough of everything. And somehow, Krishna, and then I spoke to devotees. And then I saw my temple president sending a message. She has gone towards the lotus feet of her. Because you are a devotee. Like that, devotees are telling and encouraging me, don't worry, Prabhu. And that is why when somebody passes off, and I recommend to Radharani, we can never, Maya me tam taran. In our own endeavor, we can never cross this. But please take this devotee. Whoever is going, take them to Goluka. Don't send them here. But devotees, I don't know why they say, they may take 2 more births to reach. Hare Baba, aag lagi hai, tum unhe bhejo jaldi se. Because you feel you cannot go, that means nobody will go. अरे यार, हाथ जोड़ता हूं आप लोगों को, माता जी, प्रभु जी, प्लीज. Whole movement is telling, our whole movement is telling, beg and cry to Krishna, beg and cry to Krishna. And we say, he has gone to next destination. What do you mean by next destination? Again failing and coming back to this material world? Again Sutsu Potti ka jindagi? Again this ka jindagi? Again you want to all remove filth from your body? Susu Potti? You love to be in Susu Potti? You love to be in this material world? To see a woman, you have a beautiful wife at your home, beautiful husband at home, and you lust on another woman's body or a man's body? You want to come back in this pralobhavan again? Money? Can money give you health? Fame? Can fame last forever? And then you say, no, I want to serve Krishna. You want to, I can go to Narka Loka to serve Krishna. Abhi idhar material world to sambal nahi raha hai. Narka mein jaake serve karega. Peace dega, peace. And if you're born in a low family or not even you get a body of a human body, then what will you? No, Prabhu, I am a human, I will get. How come you know? How you know you will get which body? You just know one thing. Prabhupada used to say, okay, chant 16 round at least. Go to Goluk. You are a fish out of the water. It is not your world. Then I was reading 5th canto. Prabhupada is writing in the purport, even if all the bodies, if all the souls leave this entire material world, then there are sufficient souls to take the place. But we are happily telling, he has gone to next destination. We have to continually engage in Krishna service, but in Goluka. Prabhupada wrote back to Godhead, not he wrote back to next destination. He said back to Godhead, back to Godhead. Back to Godhead magazine is the magazine which is the backbone of Krishna, of ISKCON. So we should love and we should, otherwise this material world is going to be very difficult to. So we are not sufficient enough to go on our own. Somebody has to recommend us. When all the devotees will recommend, then Radharani will recommend. Otherwise, you think in one birth I'll become completely pure? Are kidhar? Where is the reality? How you are pure means you have understood you can never be pure on your own effort. That is purity. No, I will one day become. That is अहंकारा. अहंकार है वो हमारा. ये हम सोचते हैं मैं एक दिन प्योर बन जाऊं. कैसे बनेगा प्योर? You can't even clean your body properly. Even after taking bath, you come and do like this, dirt will come out. However you take 10 times bath, you do like this in your neck, dirt will come out. You have taken bath, even with sulfuric acid, take bath, still dirt will come out. I'm just using an atishokti. I'm using the atishokti alankar in Hindi, just to explain you. Don't take bath with sulfuric acid. I'm just telling you, take a soap which is as acidic as Still dirt will come out from your body. You can't even clean your body. What you will clean your own on your own effort? It is mercy of Srimati Radharani that even whatever it is, she will pull us. But we have to continue serving in a spiritualized way. Continue serving despite whatever comes. Continue serving Krishna. Continue serving Krishna. Don't worry. Just do best to our capability. Krishna responds. Haribol, let's move. In next 4-5 minutes, we will just sing the shlokas and then so any Mataji Prabhuji wants to go ahead with 429, 83 to 84.
Sumangala Mataji, you read the verse and the synonyms, and devotees raise hand. Sumangala Mataji, please call out the names.
Please
Hare
give
Krishna
equal
Mataji.
chance to Prabhus also.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes,
Hare
yes,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Whoever raise
Ek-
hands, no, we call
Yes,
out
yes,
names, Prabhu.
yes,
Hare
yes.
Krishna.
एतद् आध्यात्मपरोक्ष्यं गीतं देवर्षिणा नघा यः श्रवयेद्यः शृणुयात् सलिङ्गेन विमुच्यते. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji. Translation. Mataji, can you scroll? Translation, Barnali Mataji, you can read, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. My dear Vidura, one who hears this narration concerning the understanding of the living entity's spiritual existence as described by the great sage Narada, or who relates it to others, will be liberated from the bodily conception of life. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranams.
Purport also, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Shobita Mataji, you can read the purport, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This material creation is the spirit soul's dream. Actually, all existence in the material world is a dream of Mahavishnu, as the Brahma Samhita describes. Yaha karnanava jale bhajati sma yoga nidram anant jagad and saroma Kupaha. This material world is created by the dreaming of Mahavishnu. The real factual platform is the spiritual world, but when the spirit soul wants to imitate the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is put into this dreamland of material creation. After being in contact with the material modes of nature, the living entity develops the subtle and gross bodies. When the living entity is fortunate enough to associate with Sri Narad Mahamuni or his servants, he is liberated from his dreamland of material creation and the bodily conception of life.
So next devotee can read. I'll just conclude one line. See, sometimes we say, right, during Kartik Damodar, you light one lamp, right? Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi, you follow if your health is good. That is equal to 1,000 Ekadashis, right? They said it, right? You take even one, like Ajamila chanted Narayana, or any devotee who chants even once Krishna's name gets liberated. How is that then possible? That means you mean to say, no. He just took one Krishna, but he didn't chant 16 now. You are doubting Krishna's word. Krishna is saying one who name. See, it is written. This material creation is the spirit soul's dream. See, Maya. My dear Vidura, one who hears this narration concerning and understanding the living entity's spiritual existence, as described by great sage Narada, who relates it to others, will be liberated from the material. Just hearing this will liberate you. And when we see others, no, he has not got initiated. Okay. He has to be double initiated. Then he has to do so much. Then he has to come in the temple and serve under my Bhakti Vriksha. Then only he'll get liberated. How is that possible? Because you try to run the whole world according to your own. Then again you are lauding. You don't know who is getting liberated. You just serve Krishna. One name by Krishna. So that is what. People are, it's like Kamdhenu guy is there and they're testing the Kamdhenu guy. Hey, can you give me Gulab Jamun? Are she's Kamdhenu guy. She can give you any desire. What to talk about Gulab Jamun? It's like how Kunti Maharani once tested. I got a mantra and then Karna happened. And then the same Karna troubled her sons later on. So like this, you should never doubt what you are getting. When he is saying, my dear Vidura, one who hears this narration only once, concerning the understanding of the living entity's spiritual existence as described by the great sage Narada, who relates and then who relates it to others. What is relation? Preach to others. What you यारा देखे तारा कहे श्री कृष्ण उपदेश. मैंने सुना कि कृष्ण का नाम लेने से भाई हम पवित्र हो जाते हैं. आप भी लो कृष्ण का नाम. That's it. And then you continue practicing this throughout your life. That is devotional service. That is what Krishna is telling. Some temple arrangement to run the temples, we have some format of circle servant, this servant, that servant, Bhakti Viksha group, just so that we can manage this concept. But because I am this and that, and you are not doing this, because I think he is not doing, that's why he never get delivered. ऐसा नहीं है भैया. तुम भगवान नहीं हो, मैं और तुम भगवान नहीं हो. भगवान ने बना दिया है process. You have to just live in the process. And you live and breathe in this process. Automatically, Parampara will do justice to you. Okay, this is done. Next sloka.
Sureshwari Mataji, you can read the
29.
sloka and translation. Meenakshi Mataji, you can read the purport. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji pranams. Etam mukunda yashasa bhuvanam punanam devarshi mukhanishtamatma shaucham yakirtyamanam adigacchati parameshtyam nasmin bhave pramati mukhamasta bandha. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. This narration spoken by the great sage Narada is full of the transcendental fame of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, this narration, when described, certainly sanctifies this material world. It purifies the heart of the living entity and helps him attain his spiritual identity. One who relates this transcendental narration will be liberated from all material bondage and will no longer have to wander within this material world. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you.
Tell me, I ask you all question. What is it written? One who relates this transcendental narration will be liberated from material bondage, will no longer have to wander this material world. Tell me, how many of us, raise your hands, how many of us heard this? Okay, whoever, how many present in this chat? In this, I don't know. How many? So can somebody tell me how many people are logged in right now? 35. 35, 36, whatever. 35. All of us has read this. What does it say? If you read this, liberated from all material, if one who relates this transcendental narration, he just relates to it, he just lives by it, he just reads it, he lives, he tries to follow this, will be liberated from all material bondage, will no longer have to wander within this material world. Are you all confident that this has full power and meaning? That means you will get liberated. He is giving you confidence. That doesn't mean I will now liberated, I will do whatever I want. No, he's saying continue relating this narration, in relation to this narration. Continue living like this. That's it. You don't have to. So it is not so complex. अरे भुक्ति तुम्हें पता है कितनी गोलोक जाना बहुत difficult. अरे difficult है. For a complex mind, for a simple mind who is dependent on Krishna, for him it is easy. And then Krishna reciprocates. ये तमाम प्रबंधन थे ताम से. No, Krishna, you know what? I am not pure. अरे तुम अपने को प्योर मत बोलो. Others will recommend. Krishna, he is pure. But what we do? Prabhu, I saw how he is chanting. How can he get delivered? Krishna says, hey, मैं तेरे को जानता तू कितना chanting करता है. I know what kind of quality chanting you do and you are telling about him. How he is chanting. He is saying Vishnu, Hare Krishna, Krishna. I have seen people telling about each other. अरे भाई वो बोल रहा है कृष्णा वर्ड ही इतना क आधा श आधा ड आधा. How can you say? But still he is trying. He's trying his hard. You recommend each other. Prabhu, Krishna, deliver everybody. Deliver everybody. This world is painful. This world is painful. But we love to catch, we dragging people below. कैसे जाएगा तू गोलुक? गोलुक मतलब समझता है? अरे गोलुक मतलब समझने. गोलुक is ready to take you. You don't have confidence that you want to go. Because your supplies are there. Krishna is giving you good body, good education, good wife, good children, 3 pieces of land. Your son is already 10th top in the 10th standard. So why will you like to go from this place when Krishna is giving all the supplies? And if he stops your supplies, your husband doesn't reciprocate with you, your son doesn't reciprocate to you, you are in an old age home, then Maya will bite you. So when you had all the supplies, you felt going to Goloka. Why? I'm happy serving. I can serve in Narkaloka. And when Krishna is giving you Narkloka here, then you will understand, oh my God, I am burning, my husband is not listening to me, my son is not listening to me, my body is not listening to me. Then you say, Krishna, please take me away, these fluctuations I cannot tolerate, please take me. I try to tolerate, iti tikshva. I will try to tolerate this, but this is the last time, Krishna. Please, please, I beg you, I weep. Please take me back after this life. Otherwise, यही सब चलता रहेगा. Today I am able to speak English. Next birth I am not given the chance to learn English. I will be born to an auto wala. I will keep driving auto throughout my life. When will I eat dust? Auto. I am not saying auto walas are bad, but वो जन्म मिला तो मैं क्या कैसे खाऊंगा, किधर से पढ़ूंगा? I am born in a labor family. How will I achieve? Although I will be born and suddenly I will be introduced to Krishna consciousness, that is fine, but toughness will increase again. Then I have to spend time without knowing Krishna. Then somebody will make me devotee. That fluctuation be kyun? When you know that the truth, that Krishna is the reality. Why shall I stay even 1 second away from Goluka? That should be what I have understood in my life. That Krishna, I want to serve. I want to serve with you forever in Goluka. Okay, who wants to read this?
Meenakshi Mataji, you can read the purport, Mataji. Hare.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranam. As indicated in verse 79, Narad Muni advised King Prachina Barhi to take to devotional service rather than waste time performing ritualistic ceremonies and fruitive activities. The vivid descriptions of the subtle and gross bodies in this chapter are most scientific, and because they are given by the great sage Narada, they are authoritative. Because these narrations are full of the glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they constitute the most effective process for the purification of the mind. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed, Cheto Darbanam Archanam, the more we talk of Krishna, think of Krishna, and preach for Krishna, the more we become purified. This means we no longer have to accept a hallucinatory, gross, and subtle body, but instead attain our spiritual identity. One who tries to understand this instructive spiritual knowledge is delivered from this ocean of nescience. The word Parameshtyam is very significant in this connection. Parameshtyam is also called Brahmaloka. It is the planet on which Lord Brahma lives. The inhabitants of Brahmaloka always discuss such narrations so that after the annihilation of the material world, they can be directly transferred to the spiritual world. One who is transferred to the spiritual world does not have to go up and down within this material world. Sometimes spiritual activities are also called Parameshtyam. Thank you, Mataji.
'See, it is saying this. So we all know this line is so important. The inhabitants of Brahmaloka always discuss such narrations so that after the annihilation of the material world, they can be directly transferred to the spiritual world. One who is transferred to the spiritual world does not have to go up and down in this material world again. Sometimes spiritual activities are called as Parameshtyam. So we know that, we get delivered from the Puraloka, which comes under the Brahmaloka, but it's talking even about the inhabitants of Brahmaloka. Okay, we'll go to the next. '85. I think I was supposed to sing '85 also. Yeah. Is it? If time is over, that's okay. Otherwise, we can just read it. Anybody can read it quickly.
Sureshwari Mataji, you can read the shloka and translation, Mataji. I'll read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji pranams. Adhyatma paroksham idam maya adigatam adbhutam evam striya shrama pumsas chinno mutra cha samshayah. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The allegory of King Puranjana described herein according to authority was heard by me from my spiritual master, and it is full of spiritual knowledge. If one can understand the purpose of this allegory, he will certainly be relieved from the bodily conception and will clearly understand life after death. Although one may not understand what transmigration of the soul actually is, one can fully understand it by studying this narration. Hey Krishna.
Hare Krishna, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The word Striya, meaning along with the wife, is significant. The male and female living together constitute the sum and substance of material existence. The attraction between male and female in this material world is very strong. In all species of life, the attraction between male and female is the basic principle of existence. The same principle of intermingling is also in human society, but is in a regulative form. Material existence means living together as male and female and being attracted by one another. However, when one fully understands spiritual life, his attraction for the opposite sex is completely vanquished. By such attraction, one becomes overly attached to this material world. It is hard not within the heart. पुंसा स्त्रिया मैथुनी भावम एतम तयोर्मिथो हृदय ग्रंथिम आहुः अतो गृह क्षेत्र सुतप्तवित्तैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयम् अहं ममेति. Everyone comes to this material world attracted to sense gratification, and the hard knot of sense gratification is the attraction between male and female. By this attraction, one becomes overly attached to the material world in terms of Griha, Kshetra, Suta, Apta, Vitta. That is home, land, children, friends, money, and so forth. Thus, one becomes entangled in the bodily conception of I and mine. However, if one understands the story of King Puranjana and understands how by sexual attraction Puranjana became a female in his next life, one will also understand the process of transmigration. Special note: according to Vyasa Vijayadhwaja Tirtha, who belongs to the Madhvacharya Sampradaya, the first two of the following verses appear after verse 45 of this chapter, and the remaining two verses appear after 79, verse 79. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, should we read continue? I don't know.
No. I have till 85. I think I am supposed to sing only till 85.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So
Hare
my
Krishna. Thank you.
shlokas allocation is, I think, over 82, 85.
Dandavat pranam, Prabhuji.
Now I'm going to speak something. Please hear me very carefully. Now this is all talking about men and women, and I'm going to talk according to purport. See, there is, in this material world, we all know how are we produced. My father met my mother around 72. They got married. 74, my first brother, my elder brother, was born. How was he born? Everybody knows there is a sex union between man and a woman. Then it is produced. Now, if you read the NOD, Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada actually talks about sexual sex. There is sex in spiritual world also. I'm going to bring all the things very clearly. Please hear it, and if you have some concepts which you want to correct it right now, because I generally stick to purport. I generally don't make points outside the purport. So it is my good fortune that I'm going to speak this, and you please hear this. So there is sex in material world. Yes or no? Yes. Let's accept it. That's how we are born. Okay? Period. There is sex in this material world. Yes. That's how we are born. There is sex in the spiritual world. Yes. Period. It is there. But are we born? When male and female meet here, generally sometimes some issues, IVF and all that is different. But if there is no issue, in a normal Krishna conscious way, a man and a woman meet, they will produce a baby. The soul coming through sky, this, that. I'm not discussing that. Question: sex is there in material world? Babies are produced. Sex is there in spiritual world? Yes. Sex is there in material world? Yes. But the babies are produced in spiritual world? No. No. Then we are all created by Krishna in spiritual world like that. It's written in the purport from Srimad Bhagavatam in the 5th canto, around chapter 19. You will come and read that. But since Prabhupada is bringing this and saying that there is an attraction between man and woman here, so I am taking the liberty as authorized by Srila Prabhupada right now, because I have been given this sloka in the ICF format. That's why I'm saying this in this yatra of Bangalore. And that is why I'm making these comments. I have been asked to speak this. So, but in spiritual world, there is, all the pairs are there. They mate, but they can't produce babies. And Prabhupada writes very clearly that despite that they are having spiritual sex over there, they do not crave for it. But in material world, we crave for it. Such attraction, one becomes overly attached to this material. That's the difference. So you can let yourself know, okay, I have a partner there. Even like Prabhupada used to say, hey, you want to enjoy with girls? there is reality. Have you seen purport of Srila Prabhupada? He writes this. Why? He writes this because some young people want to enjoy with girls. He says, okay, here you are enjoying in the wrong way. You go there, you will enjoy. So you will have your partner and you can expand with your partner unlimited times. That's also as part of the Upanishad, which I have shared in the ICF. Everything is very clear in Krishna consciousness, nothing. So that is why the difference between sex in the material world and spiritual world, you have to understand. That is why even after becoming Grahastha, Srila Prabhupada wants of us to restrain ourselves and not have license to sex. This is the reason why. Because you can always say, okay, even there is sex in spiritual world. So now out here, I want to get out of this illusion, and then with my partner, I can enjoy, but I'll not procreate over there. But we are there, children of Krishna, but we have relations within among ourselves. That's why it's yatra. That's why we say it's yatra. That's why Krishna says, go to Goluka, you will be restored to your original position, Swarupa Siddhi. Because there people are waiting for you, and we are enjoying here with our false relations. My mother who produced me is actually really my mother? Answer is no. I burnt a body. She is only mother in my material world, but she may have some relation with me as a motherly relation in the spiritual world. But she is actually related to Krishna, and he proved it. Krishna proved it. And then suddenly, some devotee called me and said, Prabhu, if you continue weeping for your mother, that means you are attached. You should feel sneh for your mother. She took the position of your mother in this material world. You should have thank her. I then immediately thanked her. But then now I am happy because she's eternally related to Krishna, not to me. She may have a motherly affection or motherly like, or we have families over there as well. She may be my mother, but that mother, she is actually finally Krishna's child. I am also Krishna's child, and we have not produced each other in spiritual world. That's the reality. That's as per Srila Prabhupada. That's whereas what he has written in the purport of Canto 5 is everything. And that is why I'm taking this time to explain this. Maybe I've taken 2, 3, 5, 4 minutes, 10 minutes more, but I know I'm making sense. Is everybody clear? So that is why if you are facing a lot of sexual urges in this material world, you have a reason to work towards it and say, no, enough. एक पत्नी बहुत है भाई, हो गया, कितना करेंगे, है ना? अब let's grow mature and serve Krishna. I hope all of us are grown enough to understand this. Somewhere you have to talk about all this. You just can't go, chalta hai. Nahin. You have to work towards that slowly and become so matured and so enamored or so much into Krishna's. And automatically Krishna will put you back after this birth to the place where you eternally belong. Idhar to taklif hi taklif hai, Prabhuji, Mataji. I don't know who loves to live in this world. I don't know who has been given supplies, as I said, who has given properties, who have money. And then you are a devotee also. Then you have everything fine. You think it's going to be everywhere, in every birth, you will get so many facilities by Krishna, even if you are born again as a devotee? No, not necessary. Then what will you do? Enough in this birth, Krishna. Enough. Let me hold my hand as you see the photograph. Let me become one of them and put hand around you, Krishna. Let us go to Goluka. I will stay here as long as I want you. You want me to say I will do book distribution, I will help, I will go to ISKCON, I will. And please, one last message. मैं हमेशा कहता हूं, ISKCON is nobody's father's property. It is everybody's father's property. Those who are not part of ISKCON, उनके भी बाप की प्रॉपर्टी है ISKCON. किसी के एक के बाप की प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है ISKCON. ISKCON is everybody's father. Krishna is everybody's father. It is everybody's property. He may be anybody, he may be any living entity. ISKCON is made for them like a boat to travel back to Goloka. Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Nam, Hare Hare is a true thing. Prabhupada is for real. Harinam is for real. This Tilak is for real. This Kantimala is for real. There is nothing false about it. This body is also going to die, is also for real. Everything is Krishna's game. Just we have to follow whatever we all are doing right now and go back and eternally enjoy with Krishna. Then you can expand, you can love Krishna, you can kiss him, you can enjoy with him, you can make garlands for him, you make garlands for Radharani. Just enjoy, 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 enjoy. And here, suffer, 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 suffer. Are you guys understanding this? Oh, I hope we all will go back. Who wants to stay and stay? Krishna, ye tamam prabodhan the tam. Krishna, I want to serve you here. My Guru Maharaj Jayapataka Swami, he just wrote a message. I have to serve here and send more devotees. But my job, no, my Guru Maharaj is telling, go back to Goloka, become Krishna conscious. I will go for my Guru Maharaj. Why shall I trouble him again in next birth? Again he has to come and initiate me. Oh Baba, ये तो बहुत बड़ी मिस्टेक है. नहीं कृष्णा मुझे दे मेरे गुरु महाराज के लिए मुझे छोड़ दो मेरे गुरु महाराज के लिए मुझे ले लो लेकिन हम नहीं हम लोग टेढ़ी खीर है हम लोग बहुत ऊंचे भी लोग हैं वी आर मोर देन अवर स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर ना वी डोंट वांट टू हेल्प हिम ही इज टेलिंग वेक अप अर्ली नहीं क्या करना है बिकम कृष्णा अरे क्या करेंगे कृष्णा गुरु महाराज ले लो यार you have to do your best and then recommend each other so that we all go back to the eternal world. We
Good
don't have to do
motivation,
these classes.
Prabhuji.
Very good. I'm done, Mataji. I think I've taken a lot of
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Lord.
Prabhuji. Dandavat
If
Pranam.
this
Thank you
helps you
so
all.
much, Mataji. Yes, Prabhuji, it was such a hope-giving class today. After a long time, we heard that we also can go back. You know, all the time we are told that so much is required for you to do before you can
Yeah,
even
just
dream
to
of
make you
going back.
sincere.
Yes,
Just
yes,
to make you
Prabhu. But
sincere.
it was very, very good, Prabhu, today. It was such a hope-giving class.
Very
Thank you,
good
Prabhu.
Please have
motivation.
hope. Please
Motivation.
have
Very-
hope. Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's what
Prabhu. That only
I'll tell
keeps
you.
us going, no, Prabhu. The moment we
Going.
feel, oh my God, so much we are doing, and still we are told that
You know why we
you
say this? Why we say this in our devotion? Sometimes you say we try. You know, I'm like say suppose I am in some spiritual authority. I'm taking care of. "Hey, ये क्या कर रहा है? He doesn't chant properly. He's not sitting properly. Now we forget that you are trying to improve him, boss. But Krishna is the final message. Krishna is telling, as what I have experienced 25 years in ISKCON, hardly anybody came and said, Premadatta, don't worry, you are going to win. Nobody says. Because they feel it is very difficult. Yes, it is difficult, Ma. It is difficult for the complex mind. For a simple mind, no, Krishna will take me, I know. But I will continue doing. Actually, thunderbolt for your own self and becoming very soft to others. But while we inspire people, yeah, of course, see, discipline is discipline. Some people may say you should chant without seeing your mobile. That's fine. But mobile is there, some important messages there. Drop your chanting, attend to that message, and then resume your chant. You feel thirsty, drop your bag, you take this water. I feel thirsty. Okay, fine. I have drunk water. Now I am going to chant again. I have to make. My son told me to make nice kheer paisam for him today. Oh, I have. मुझे साबूदाना भिगाना है. I have to wet sabudana. Otherwise, evening. Ekaji कैसे हो? You were chanting. Suddenly, this point came. Just write it somewhere. Just continue chanting. Finish your that round. Go put that sabudana into water. Come back and then resume chanting. अरे नहीं, you did an अपराध and you रोज ये सब क्या है? कॉम्प्लेक्स बना रहे हो अपना जिंदगी भी दूसरों का भी कॉन्फिडेंस रखना है हमें वी हैव टू बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट वी आर कृष्णा's part and parcel we are not ordinary and one part and parcel telling others what you can do because he is thinking from his small mind but then his superior tells him so but in our parampara Prabhupada gave initiation in the second day to people that much confidence he had that मैं नहीं deliver कर रहा हूँ Krishna is going to deliver that. When did Prabhupada say I will? He did say once at one place that if I kick you, you will be out of this Maya. Yes, he has kicked all of us by the name power of Harinam. Why he is saying? Because he is in parampara. He's an acharya. With that authority, he never said I am supreme personality. He kicked people out who said Prabhupada is supreme personality. He said, hey, पागल है क्या? My supreme personality of Godhead नहीं हूँ. I am the servant and the servant of the servant of the servants of the supreme personality of God. दासोहम सो दासोहम सो दासोहम ऐसा हूं मैं. That's how. So we should inspire each other rather than telling, hey, so this is the hope giving class. I have gone through this 25 years in ISKCON. I've gone through all. I know what happens. So you are telling me I can relate it to it. Don't worry. Have confidence on yourself. But you start spreading this confidence. Prabhuji, definitely you will. I know how much you're chanting. Are in China language, the Chinese can't even say Krishna. You know, the na word is not, it's very difficult to say Krishna. So people say Krishna. ना करते वो तो ठीक है ना भाई अरे वो तोड़ा नहीं बोल रहा ही इज टेलिंग ना तो दैट मींस नो ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू ऐसे थोड़े ही बोलते हैं भाई उसको अभी somebody's tongue is cut and he say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, somebody is paralytic, then you will say he'll never get delivered because he's attempting. Krishna doesn't see in the end how much how much endeavor you made. He sees this, not the result. He sees the intent to do the result and the amount of effort you have put. He doesn't see the result. So that itself gives you, and then one time Hare Krishna बोल दो तो deliver हो जाता है, तो फिर तो सभी false है, तो पूरी परंपरा false हो गई भाई. If it is like that. But you should never say, I am going to Goluka, Hari Bol. That we should not speak, because then slowly you become ahankari. Others should glorify. But the problem is nobody is telling others are going, so we have to self-glorify. It's like how Prabhupada gave his own name, Bhakti Vedanta. Nobody was there to give him Bhakti Vedanta title. He had to give him, because we are so mand buddhi. He said, hey, you write my name, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta, Abhay Charna Ravindam, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada. He himself have to tell what you have to do. Because somebody has to give you gyan even to tell you that you are Krishna's soul. But we think we are susu potty. We are susu potty. We do. Bachpan mein paida hue, somebody feeds it and we remove something. That's it. Then somebody has to teach you are Krishna's soul. Somebody has to teach you that everybody can go to Goluka. Not that nobody. That's why you are getting this feeling hope. So have that hope. And if nobody will come to tell you that you are going up, Krishna himself will come and tell you. जिसका कोई नहीं होता उसका भगवान होता है ना, कहते हैं हम लोग. Those who, if you don't take care of somebody, there is a small one person in the jungle, nobody knew when did he die. Do you think he's unattended by everybody? Even government didn't know, whatever. Now, who's taking care of him? Krishna. Makes sense. Does this help you?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Very much,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji, very much.
so nicely
We
explained.
got a
Prabhu.
little
Thank
bit
you so
of
much.
hope.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
How many of you want to Goluka after this?
Yes.
All of
All of us,
us.
Prabhu. Yes, all of us.
All of us.
All
And
of
thank you,
us.
Prabhu, for sending
Yes,
us.
Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you for helping us
So much, Prabhu.
Thank
Hare
you.
Hari
Krishna.
Hari.
understand.
And when we
Hare-
reach Goluka, we'll do like Hari Bolam, bach gaye.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Everybody,
Hare
I'm sure
Krishna.
today
We'll
is so
clap for each
happy
other.
and
We have
satisfied.
successfully come back to Goluka.
Yes,
Hari
Prabhu.
Yes,
We have to
You all
clap for
can
you,
unmute and
Prabhu.
say
We
Hari
have to
Bol,
clap for
Prabhuji.
you.
Hari
Hare
Bol,
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
धन्यवाद
Hari
Prabhuji.
Bol. Hari
And
Bol.
one last point. That is why Krishna is always smiling. You see the photo behind my head, on top of my head? You
Yes.
see, he's
Beautiful
Prabhuji,
photo, Prabhu.
beautiful.
why is he smiling? That's why sometimes you feel, why is he all smiling? Because he knows ये लोग आपस में अपने में psychologically बहुत driven है. In the end, I will help them. He knows ये मेरे बिना वैसे भी नहीं आ सकते. That's why he's
Wonderful,
smiling.
wonderful. Brilliant, Prabhu.
He's
Prabhuji,
smiling
today,
because he knows ये मेरे बिना वैसे भी
Prabhuji,
नहीं आ सकते.
sometimes we do not enjoy that happiness of bhakti because thinking that we are not eligible, we are fallen, we are fallen.
yeah,
So
Prabhuji.
sometimes we
You
have
should.
to accept the mercy that
we always
we are so,
underestimate
It has to be
ourselves.
balanced. It has to be balanced.
yeah.
Don't ever get that mental depression. अरे मैं तो कभी नहीं मरता. Then तो फिर कृष्णा कैसे आपको मदद करेगा? कृष्णा wants you to feel confident. कृष्णा loves you. उसने ये दुनिया
प्रभु वो सोचने से डुअर मेंटालिटी भी हो जाती है ना व्हेन वी थिंक आई एम
हाँ
नॉट केपेबल देन वी इट्स अ डुअर
Yeah.
मेंटालिटी एनीवे यू आर नॉट
हाँ
केपेबल हाउ आर यू सेइंग
yeah
यू आर
we
नॉट
are
केपेबल
how
Prabhuji,
are we that is what we are anyway in our own endeavor we can never go back to that's why we are only dependent on
Correct.
Krishna
So yeah,
I
and
know
if you're
you are my
depending on
both
Krishna, there is no way that he'll not take you. That's the doer mentality we have to
that
come
is
out
what
of.
he that is exactly those who completely depend upon Krishna are under his shelter he will take them if
Prabhuji,
he doesn't take them Krishna
Prabhuji,
didn't take us
after hearing all this, मुझे रोना आता है. Today really so motivated, Prabhuji. Really my eyes are tearing. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Thank
so
you
Prabhuji.
much.
so much,
Thank you.
Prabhu.
Yes,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank
Hari
you.
Hari.
Thank
Prabhuji,
Please
and
never,
also we should
never
never
give up hope
doubt these
to go
lines when
back.
you said that,
We should
Prabhuji.
never doubt these lines
We should,
never doubt
Shastra,
these
we should never doubt.
Yeah.
At least
never
today we have a ray of hope.
And
and
Mataji's experience that you quoted,
when
no
you
Prabhu.
are when you are taking care of other souls give this confidence and love and care of Krishna and smile to them you
Yeah,
will
yes,
be
Prabhuji.
able to make it don't worry just do your duty depend upon Krishna but what we try to we scare them ऐसा हो जाएगा
Because we are being scared, no? So we
Yes,
also preach the
Prabhuji.
same way,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
so true.
Prabhuji,
हाँ
like how Prabhupada says, I can kick out of Maya, kick out the Maya.
हाँ
So it is by his mercy we can enter the Goloka. He
Yes.
says
Yes.
that he will take us. Please. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, today.
Thank you. Prabhuji, see,
Thank
just
you,
now it is
Prabhuji. Dandavat
11:01.
pranam.
3 gates are open, Prabhu, as
See,
we are talking.
see, 11:01. Hari
Yes.
bol.
Hari bol.
Hare
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Gita and all Premanande Hare.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Prabhupada.
All the dots are connecting, Prabhuji. Thank to Krishna.
Yes.
He
Yes,
and Radharani.
Really
Hari
winning
Bol.
today,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Bol. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhu.
you so much.
We are all going to be the winners.
Yes,
Hero
Prabhu.
says sober hero, and then back in
Hari
Goloka
Bol.
forever.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Hari
Thank you
Bol.
so
Thank you
much.
so much, Prabhuji, for
Vancha
bringing
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya
Thank you so much. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavyo Vaishnavyo
Koti
Namo
Vaishnava.
Namo Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Class, with your permission. May I enter class, Prabhu, with your permission.
Yes,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hari bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna to